Welcome to another video episode on my Raspberry Pi 2 right here, running Ubuntu Linux and programmed in C++ because I'm trying to use the robot operating system. Connected to a monitor by HDMI and to a serial monitor which is software by a serial cable. Band cable to this breadboard with some electronics and fischertechnik mechatronics and electronics. And that's not all. I have it also via VNC, which I always use, via this Android tablet, and also via an old Mac with some screen defect, so I'm using an external monitor, and you can see something that I'm going to use later with a little experiment concerning this camera as well for a usual screencast. So sounds a bit complicated, but will work out. What's the objective? Well, to get everything working and controlling the robotics, kind of robotics, in C++ with ROS, in ROS with C++. However, what last time happened was that the compiler that I tried to use had some negative effect. With the compiler that I usually use on the Raspberry Pi 2, I so far am unable to use the GPIO. Then the compiler that I used for the GPIO in another project on the Raspberry Pi 1 turns out to cause major problems with the software that I have written for ROS. By name of the callback, and the callback is very important in the robot operating system. Then finding out that the actual version of the compiler is no longer available, and I cannot imagine that the GPIO class is not controllable by the current version. So I need to find a solution for that. So what I have done so far is trying to get things to use with Bash. So let me just start the Bash program, and then this LED should work, this LED should work, this one, and the motor should work. What I'm going to try to add is reading from the button, reading the button and reading this phototransistor. The question is, will it work? Last time I did something wrong. I found the information where it theoretically should work, but let's try the first things first. So started. What's going to happen? If anything, nothing. Okay, next try. Well, this LED works. And then I see that the wire for the other LED doesn't work, is out. So let's try again. Yeah, this one works. And nothing else works. So that's a bit of a complication then. Another attempt. Okay, these work and these don't. Oh, look at that. yeah, the motor wants to do something, but it needs some assistance. Alright, so let me concentrate first on GPIO and getting things to read. Button add phototransistor, and then see further. Alright, and here I am with again on Mac. I have the GPIO input opened, as well as a camera pointed on the breadboard, and this camera is now connected to the Raspberry Pi itself, not via a laptop, not even the Mac. So the question is now how to do things. One thing that appears to be done, or should be done apparently, is setting this to export. So this will be wire 11, which is for the button. Then last time I noticed then that there was no import, so I have to use export. Direction, I'm not sure if that is going to work out, but I will just put it to in, and of course oh wait, it is meant for a GPIO, so I have to see for the schematics which one it should be and which one it actually is. So these are 12, 18, 24, and those are indeed the numbers. So this needs to be 11 indeed. Then I need to go right here, make this 11. And then the question is, what do I do? And apparently it says, well, GPIO mode pin number in, but that I've already done now, hopefully correctly. Then just a number saying GPIO read. So let's do that. No, not that. Here something goes really wrong now. Oh wait, I should indeed do this. So according to that example, I should say GPIO read 11, if that works out, and then on screen say echo and then quote $B quote or unquote, whatever. And I'm absolutely not sure that is going to work out at all. So, oh, by the way, this is not Mac you're seeing, this is just Linux, Ubuntu Linux. So I'm just opening the fact, new terminal. The fact that you see this is because I run the VNC on a Mac. So neither of this whole desktop is right now Linux. So I'm going to run it. You see here LED, LED, and then GPIO command not found. And why? That I don't know. point is, it doesn't know the GPIO command. So that is something else. If it doesn't know the GPIO command, how does it read? So yeah, that's still a problem. I can normally use several types of commands, but if it doesn't know GPIO as such, then I do have a problem. Or I should say GPIO mode 11 is in. Let's try that one. So and then see whatever happens. Alright, try again. And okay, this is not going to work. Right, I need to find another solution then. So that means that by the way, that this line apparently is correct, because this is line I am right now here, line 22, and the error is, wait a second, yeah, alright, this is line 16 where it points at. Okay, so out, out, out. Once again, go, yeah, that works, but not what I wanted to do, unfortunately. But anyway, nice view on the cam, and of course it will have some delay because the camera is straight attached to the is directly attached to the Raspberry itself. But oh, that's all right. Okay. Further with and then before going on, just a little funny thing, using the tablet with terminal input and then seeing the rest. So a little bit shift of the camera. Yeah. Now I wonder if this one will go work, because I haven't seen it working yet and I don't know why. Let's see for a little bit wiring correction, maybe that helps. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's, oh no, wait, that goes wrong. One command down, enter. Yeah, now it works. So it was a connection issue, and that works as well. Let's try again. Command repeat, enter. So yeah, it works. So this one works, this LED works, this LED works, and the motor works. Just haven't found out, as I said, how the input works, but I will. Then the other stuff is of course ROS. Concerning this one, compiled with the 4.6 compiler, which is ancient or very old by now. Because right now you have 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 and 5, and right now the compiler version is 5, as I will show in this window here. It is absolutely 5.4 even. And here you have another thing that I might explain, Linaro. Usually it's all about Intel processors. Then you have other processors like ARM. And in order to make sure that things on ordinary laptops like with AMD and Intel processors can go produce software for ARM or other processors, you have Linaro. So this means that this compiler is specifically built for what you call cross-processing, cross-compiling, but in this case it is specifically running on the Raspberry Pi and can compile with it. That said, this is ROS running, the ROS core. So let's see if everything works again. And yes, I could have already put it ready. I didn't, clearly. And this will make sure it does. Go. Go. And without this one won't run. And that's all these two programs. So this is control, this is motor. Does it run the motor? Not yet. Why? Because the GPIO class is disabled, and okay, whenever I compile this, it will go wrong on the GPIO class, and subsequently I lose the executable, as happened a few times by now, which is also depending on string.h, for any unclear reason I can think of. So why is GPIO class not functioning? That is the big problem for me. And that is what I'm going to find out. Or trying to anyway. Alright. When I go back to the original GPIO class, I notice another mistake that I make. Being here is include class.h, which is part of GPIO class.cpp. However, when I looked at my source code directory, I only noticed the header file, not the CPP file. So I figure I need the CPP file as well. So it took some effort to get it. So now I have everything, and let's compile again, see whatever happens now. So for that I'm going to, where? Well, basically let's do it here. So catkin, and then I have to of course source the whole path again. Now I have everything, And now I can just say catkin make, see whatever happens this time. Oh wait, not too fast. I have to enable this stuff. This is important for that. So now it's saved. Go back here and go. If it goes wrong, so be it. Oh wait, this by the way is about that other camera that I have connected straight to the Raspberry Pi 2. So yeah, I don't know why it cannot get some frequency, but it does work, and that's the most important thing. And now I'm just waiting on this one to complete. So if true, no, it's not true. It's exactly the same error. So making sure that GPO class.cbp is there was unfortunately not a solution. This exact same software, unchanged, did work on the Raspberry Pi 1. So whatever is going on, I don't know, but it's unfinished, unsolved stuff, and I don't like it. Alright, now let's check if this failure to compile indeed involves that I cannot run the present software anymore. Nope, no executable found. That is found, but control isn't. So yeah, alright, let's change this one back to what it was, being this. No, that's not. I have to do insert first, then going this. Okay, that's it. Then catkin make again. Hopefully this recompiles fine. And if I then only can start this one again, that's a good point. And then hopefully step by step getting further. Yep, compiles fine. This runs and that runs. So that means that only the control executable is lost in this case. Which kind of makes sense because it's only in the control that the software is misbehaving. And well, I'm going to leave it with that. Alright, so summarizing, I'm still at where I was last time, having right here VNC 1 and 2, VNC 3, and right there VNC 4 on the Mac, that Mac right here, all running on this Raspberry Pi and looking through this camera and this one as an experiment. ROS runs again, although not with GPIO. Still wondering why that is. I missed a file, but that was not the course, unfortunately. So hopefully better next time. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please be so kind to show your support by making a small donation for my blog, for my website. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned as such. Your name will be mentioned on my website, and depending on the pledge, also with my videos. All information, including the URL of my website, is under this video. This is going to be continued. For now, have a nice day, and bye bye.